What's up, everybody? Yep, we're streaming after this travesty of a game, of a Leagues Cup, really of a season. Yeah, but I see you guys in the chat. Throw some ones in there if you can hear me. But yeah, we'll keep it kind of short. I have a somewhat early morning, so I will not be able to go too long here. But I'm sure we probably don't want to, prolong our misery. But we do need to talk about this. But shouts out to Strunk, official Cheeto, Joshua. Who else is in here early? Justin, Alan, Asher. Thank you for the ones. Appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, guys, it is just another Leagues Cup where we embarrass ourselves. I mean, how much worse can it get? It seemingly can get worse. Because to never win a Leagues Cup match, and very likely we're not going to be in Leagues Cup next year, because it's from the teams that have made the playoffs. I mean, there very well could be we never ever win a game in Leagues Cup. We have the chance to do it next match, but if you have faith in us doing it, especially against Gonzalo Pineda, even though they're winless, they're already out, as are we. It's a dead rubber. Who's excited to go to the Benz for a dead freaking rubber? Like, it's just this team is definitely testing everyone's fandom right now. I mean, it's madness. It's another first half where, okay, yeah, even with a makeshift defense with Ronald Hernandez as the right back, Brooks Lennon as the left back because Pedro Amador is out, Derek Williams is out. You have the starting debut for Mihai, but both center backs can't go 90. And we've had, of course, our depth moved off. This was the competition that was supposed to possibly refresh the season a bit. Just carried that right over. We're winless in, I believe, 10 games. We haven't won a game in over 2 months. I'm not even sure if there's anything else that needs to be said after that, but obviously we will. But I'm pretty sure that's our record, and yes, the bottom has fallen out. And it can get worse. That's the crushing part, is that it can get worse. But onto the play, Brooks Lennon concedes a penalty. And it's just like, what are you doing? Why are you going to ground in the box like that? On the wrong side or not, he's not a left back, clearly. Frankly, he's not a fullback. And then on the other side, late in the match, Ronald Hernandez on a yellow. He's dragging down his man, essentially, into the box. The naivete. And then, of course, there was the rumor that Brooks Lennon might get a contract extension. If he does, everyone needs to be fired from the front office. Let's read some of this chat real quick, because I see you guys popping off. But yeah, Shrunk says, hello, fellow Atlanteans. Yeah, with the meme there. I like it. I won't be able to read everything, but yeah, Official Cheeto says, chat, are we cooked? It is, we're flambéed. We are grilled to a crisp. Like, it's done. It's like steak done really well. And not in, like, the good sense. Like, psychopathically, like, all brown, no red, all the juice completely out. Let's see what else we got. Justin Flournet says, there's a strong possibility we go winless the rest of the year. Oh my god. Can't rule it out. And yeah, Ronnie Dyla was arguing at the end of the match because, to be fair, Keylor Navas, he stayed on for a really long time. He pretty much stayed on for like 10 minutes. Arguing that he touched the ball. Yeah, you touched the ball outside of the box. But, yeah, he was able to stay on, even give a little bit of instructions. But, yeah, I think Dyla, rightfully so, was arguing that. And he got a red card after the match. So he probably will miss that. Probably, maybe doing it on purpose to a degree. So he doesn't have to face our old head coach, Gonzalo Pineda, at the Benz. He will be nowhere to be seen. It'll probably have to be Carl Robinson, who's going to be the coach on the sidelines. But Alan says, like my phone, my support for Ronnie Dyla is down to 10%. Amazing. Let's see. Official Cheetah says, I feel like we ask that every game. Can it get worse? It really is. It really can get worse. Yeah. Losing to Pineda would suck, Cheeto, for sure. And yeah, no, Pineda absolutely wants to beat us. I mean, you know it. Yeah, Mr. Anonymous says the Benz is so empty these days. Used to be the place to be on Saturday. Right? It used to be a party. Let's see. Emmanuel Casper says, at this point, it would be nice for Gonzalo to beat us. Man, I don't know about that. But, Nick, if you're out there, join us. Let's get into this. But I'll message you as well here. But, man, like we had a little bit of a comeback. I mean, essentially the comeback came to waste, though, because that ugly second half just is inevitable. But, all right, here we go. Let's bring in Nick. welcome in. Let us have your thoughts.
How in the world do we still have Brooks Lennon on this fucking team? I swear to God.
Yep. Yep. He's single-handedly costing us matches, essentially. Our fullbacks are costing us matches, which we've known for quite a while, but yeah, it is, yes, oftentimes team defense, but still, like, those moments, and especially those penalties, don't happen if those players are not on the pitch.
And I could trash officiating till tomorrow, which it is tomorrow, but for days on end. The end of the match was just handled so freaking poorly, and that I can't even begin to describe. Navas, get off the fucking field. I mean, I was saying it in the other voice chat. Get off the fucking field, you know?
But it's because, of course, he is a former Real Madrid player, you know, decorated, and he thinks he can just have some pull. I mean, and he was already red carded, so he was like, psh. I mean, it can't get worse. I mean, you get fined, and yeah, that could get worse for his wallet, but, you know, I think he did everything probably smartly to win the match for them. They now have a chance. So,
who they play next?
Yeah. It's good to find out, but I mean, ultimately, it's like, you know, I don't think you see some of our players lay down the line like that. Like, lay it down on the line, rather. Where it, you know, smart play. But as well, I feel like the routine for that free kick was kind of pretty poor. Yeah, they stacked up everything in the middle. So yeah, we're going to try to shoot through it. It's absolutely bizarre. Yes, okay, if Schleich did have the best shot there, but I think, and this is just me waffling, but I think it's something where maybe you pull it back a little further. So, yes, Ronaldo Hernandez is standing right there. How about somebody kick it to Schleich, who can shoot it a little bit further from distance, so you can maybe have it go up and down. So it's not just try to power through that wall. Or if it's Moranchuk trying to curl it around the wall on a keeper that's he's an outfield player. He's a defender. It's just, why would we expect anything different? It's
I don't. And you're gonna love this, AJ. They're playing Miami on Wednesday.
Yeah. They got no chance, but you know, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, Miami hasn't been killing it. They've been susceptible, but
Messi's injured.
Yeah. So there is an absolute chance. Unfortunately, we do not. And
no.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on Leagues Cup? And us? Yeah, it's another.
Do you want my thoughts coming into it or my thoughts now?
Let's hear it before, and then let's hear the whole lineage.
The whole lineage. I hate this fucking tournament, just on principle.
Yeah.
Because and people in all stripes know this, and I call it the Cash Grab Cup because I very much support the Open Cup. I mean, a lot of people have this opinion. This is nothing new. I am not a fan of these fixture congestion tournaments like this, you know. And you can say that a lot about a lot of tournaments that a lot of teams play in. You know, it just wears you the F out. So I wish we weren't in this tournament, to be quite honest with you. I wish we had just went 1 and out in the Open Cup. You know, at least you get it over with quickly, and that's very likely to happen next season. I mean,
Oh, well, I mean that's the thing too, though. It's you know, Open Cup. You have yes weekday matches, but it is further apart. It's not like League's Cup where, yeah, like Messi's, like your absolute bona fide superstar player, GOAT player, went out in this competition. Like, it's incredibly dumb.
he went out within 11 minutes of the start of the match, mind you.
Yeah. And, you know, there is maybe some justification that he was wanting to miss the MLS All-Star game because of that. Because he probably knew he was in the red zone. And now, yeah, you know, the coup de grace for their money-making enterprise, empire, is injured. Really brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Have every team play every 3 days. And then have MLS games before and after that. Brilliant. Like, it's, yep. You know, and then yet, don't let the teams expand the roster structures and salary structures so that you can actually have these players compete in as many competitions as we do, or at, you know, maybe the games anyway. And yet, yeah, I mean, so it's just like you're just hamstringing the clubs as far as MLS to be able to do well in these competitions. Which team won it? Right? Inter Miami, when they had insane depth and, of course, more than 3 DPs. It's always the teams that, yeah, I mean, it's like these type of competitions, who has the most money? But, I mean, yeah, as far as the entertainment of this match, it actually at least was more entertaining. We came back, Saba, you know, kind of little renewed energy. I don't know if they actually took away his goal or not. If it was an own goal, seemed to be very unofficial. But until they are able to find out after the match, yeah, you're looking it up right now. But
yeah, I'm checking.
That's a pretty decent goal from, you know, the open play, and then his assist for Emmanuel Atl as well. I mean, all that is a good sign. But again, it's like
yeah, they took it away. It's an own goal.
It's an own goal, yeah.
At least as far as MLSsoccer.com is concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin Flournoy says the league, or the League's Cup probably, doesn't make sense. Atl Utd doesn't make sense. The refs suck. Shake my head. And, yeah, I mean, you know, these refs, listen, that ref was Costa Rican. Who else is Costa Rican? Keylor Navas. Not shocking why he wasn't really ushered off the pitch, allowed to stay on for pretty much 10 minutes, and then that Sleesh kick was pretty much the last kick of the match. I mean, it's, you tell me. I mean, not you, but like the rhetorical you. Seems fishy, but, you know, he did give him a red card, but that was just because it was rightfully so. There was no other no other way that he could have called it. But let's see. Official Cheeto says Nick sounds like he's talking through a mic. Through his webcam and not his mic. Maybe it's a little softer. Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me, but I think if you can boost up your gain just a little bit more, maybe.
Low, low, low.
There we go. We'll see. But
I can boost my gain up, but can the squad?
I know, right?
No.
That's the season-long problem is no gains whatsoever this year. Really negative gains. Atrophy.
I will say that even though Saba doesn't get credit for the goal, it was beautiful. I will say that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it was going on goal, but I mean, I didn't really show a ton of replays. And yeah, I mean, I get it. He redirected it, but yeah, there was also encroachment. Yes, Justin, from one of the players during the kick. So yeah, it wasn't the best kick there either, but you know, it was what, like, I don't even know what, like 90 degrees in Orlando. Like, the players were sweating before they even started playing the match. Like, that was, yeah. You know, Florida can get really swampy, and I'm sure every one of the players on the pitch and the ref were swampy. And, you know, you get to the 100th minute, he wanted it to end. The ref, I'm sure. Like, it was already near 11, 12 minutes past full time. But, yeah, I mean, it's just ultimately, you know, it's another second half capitulation. And I'm sure if we had the answers to it, it would stop happening. But people actually were celebrating in the 61st minute because of that stat that were like negative 16 goals or something from minute 45 to 60. But
and then it happens 2 minutes later. We give up
happens
the
2 minutes later.
equalizer.
Yeah, I mean, is there any hope in your mind after, you know, that first half that, oh man, you know, we're up 2-1. There was a comeback. It felt spirited.
Kind of. But I tempered my expectation very much, knowing the track record of everything that has happened up to this point. Been there for just damn near every game, home, road, whatever. You just know. You just have that insightful feeling that you know that collapse is coming. And you have no reason to believe otherwise. Until they make us believe otherwise. It's going to keep happening.
Do you think
It's inevitable.
Do you think it's mental at this point for the team? Because
Absolutely it is. 100%. It has to be mental. Because fundamentals are one thing, mentality is another. I mean, if you get in your head, you will find a way to cause yourself to fail every time.
Because yeah, I mean, it's there's probably that sense of dread from the squad right now, and Justin is saying this team is snake bitten. I mean, yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
it definitely feels like it. It's yeah, you know, the heads drop, especially after, you know, the equalizer. They start playing a lot better. Pumas, you know, figure it out. Whether, you know, they were trying to play possum or whatever, like the broadcast team was saying. I don't think so. I think we just, yeah, we actually did have the better half. But it is also, I think they expended a lot of energy in that first 15 minutes for Pumas because they were pressing us really hard. And
They were.
And instead, our press, which never really is that good anyway, yeah, it wasn't really there. We were just kind of standing in, kind of zones. Definitely more zonal marking, kind of, okay, well, I'll just kind of jog towards you. Like, no intensity in the pressing, really. And,
And then Brooks Lennon standing there like a statue, letting the ball just go right by him.
yeah,
Just standing there with his hands behind his back, like.
right. For the third goal. Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
too. It's, sorry, the second goal, rather. But,
Second goal.
it's him not having urgency to close it down. And, I mean, yes, you have basically all three goals, whether Lennon was not really fully in the area to probably be fully at fault there, but the ball to the player to take the shot probably shouldn't even have gotten there. But, I mean, yeah, at that point, it's a shot outside the box. That's when you go for go to ground for a tackle.
Head it away. God, do something. Put your chest on it. Do something.
Yeah, and it's at this point, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of our problems stem from our very, very poor defense, and because now we're scoring goals, but it doesn't matter because you can't keep them out. We're consistently allowing more than 2 goals a game, and you cannot win games that way. But yeah, let's read the chat a little bit. Let's see. So someone was saying about Saba. Emmanuel Gaspar was saying, "Is Saba leaving?" And someone else was saying, someone was saying they hope he doesn't. But yeah, I mean, how do you feel about Saba and his season? I mean, it's obviously a down season, but he still has a number of assists, but goal taken away.
Coming into this season, it was one of my favorites, and he still is because he shows a lot of poise, promise, gung ho attitude for me, and I've seen nothing to change my mentality on that, and you can see in trying that hard and the other pieces not connecting with him, you can see he's a little frustrated, a good kind of frustrated, because he knows this is off. You can just tell. You can just tell. So I'm satisfied with his performance when he's been in the game. Of course, he's been on the bench quite a bit and got back into the starting 11 tonight. I'd like him on my squad any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it's that I think he definitely looks spirited in our attack. He pretty much was one of the guys really trying to make things happen, and one of the shots right at Navas, but kind of a little pot shot just to test him a little bit. I like that. Like, that's what we needed, was to test him as much as possible, not be anemic in the box or allergic to shooting in the box, essentially. But yeah, people are also saying, let's see, Strong is saying Dyla will leave, only question is when. Mr. Anonymous saying, how long does this coach have? Joshua saying the coach needs to go. I saw another one as well.
Y'all, I keep telling y'all, it's not the coach. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. Dyla is not the problem.
But the results are speaking for themselves in the sense that, yeah, we have gone over 2 months without winning. Now, and that is on the heels of another.
He does have to be held accountable for it. Yes, I will agree to that.
Yeah, and ultimately, is it this? Can we find a better coach? 100%. But is he the problem here in what's causing these results? I mean, it is a perfect confluence of all of what's happening, It cannot just be blamed on Dyla. Like that would be ridiculous. Because if you see if you watch the games, you see what's happening. Like, how do you blame the just terrible decisions from players inside the box for those fouls on Ronnie Dyla? He has no other choice as far as the selection, really. I mean, his other options were Nick Seesock, who, when you saw him, he's unfortunately, it's a body. And then Dominique Chanqui, the kid, unfortunately, when he was playing, it's still probably all a little too fast for him, because there's a reason why we didn't see him tonight. And then there's also, the error that he made at the bends, for one of the goals. Mm-hmm. You don't want to expose the young players if they're not fully ready. You use them in a pinch, and that's why they're in there. But yeah, Brian Cordova says, I think it's finally time to get rid of Dyla. And let's see, there's another one. Like, how do we keep a coach who can't keep the heads up, says Tim. It's a valid question. Nick, I'll let you answer it. I'll answer it after that. Who can't keep the heads up. I mean, it's like, yeah, after halftime, there seems to just be something broken. And we continue to allow goal after goal after goal being scored in the 45th to 60th minute, and sometimes really late. It's a tough one, I know.
I really don't know. What the answer for this is. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's, keeping a head coach that can't keep the heads up. I mean, it is part of his job to motivate the squad and to stop the bleeding. So, yes, if a team loses one game, you make sure that the team doesn't compound it and they lose a second one and a third one. I mean, this is the thing. There seems to be somewhat of, as far as parts of matches, where this team looks like they have it figured out. But then, they have moments, many of them in the same time frames. We seem to have deja vu every single match. And I'm not sure that that's something that the head coach can really iron out. It's in the players. Because it's also...
I agree.
Because it's also... There's other seasons where we have very similar games every single match. Like Gonzalo Pineda's 2022-2023. 2023-2024. Like, those seasons had a lot of games where we maybe concede first, and then we have to, essentially chase the game, and then we have to either tie it, draw, or win it late. And a lot of those, when we were winning those games, it was because we had all of our first choice players. When has Ronnie Dyla had his first choice players? For multiple matches in a row. Now, there is the thing, yes, that, you have to be able to, win in spite of that, next man up, that type of thing. But the problem is where we are. The team last year that snuck into the playoffs was not a good team. And it pretty much was the same team, and we added a couple of players. Like, it's just, you can't make a mountain out of a molehill. You know, that metaphor may not be perfect here, but it's like you can't add more to it if you don't have anything else in it. Like basically the depth is terrible. Is absolutely terrible. If we had way better depth, I'd be saying yes, Ronnie Dyla out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, you're playing Ronald Hernandez. I'm sorry. He's a great dude. He seems like a really good person. He is not a starting level fullback in this league. He shouldn't be really seeing many minutes at all. He is in a pinch player. And then both center backs had to be taken off. When were those goals scored? I mean, it's not coincidental. Like, it's just... And then Brooks Lennon, I don't know how he has been earmarked as a defender for this long and been allowed to defend. He's a winger. He's a traditional winger that somehow... Like, yes, he was playing a bit of the wing before we brought him in. We thought, okay, yeah, we can make him a defender, but it wasn't the case.
I mean, I'm no expert here, but how can you? It's like asking a leopard to change his spots in a way. How can you take someone playing on the offensive side of the ball and try to mold him into someone on the defensive side of the ball?
You can, but it's the matter of you have to have good coaching to be able to do that. He's had how many coaches since he's been here? No one's really taught him how to defend, really. Like, he's learned on the job. He is not a natural defender, and that much is clear. And then when you have Ronald Hernandez playing as a center back, like, what do you expect? What do you expect? And yes, Justice says, again, the FO killed our depth, the little that we had. Exactly, yeah. I mean, like, Cobb, Morales would have been great. Would have been great for this moment here. But, yeah, I mean, we had to move our saleable assets. So, in a season that's already lost... But, yeah, Strong says...
Hey, Morales is on the opposition next Saturday night. Yay!
Exactly. And, and he scored already as well. I have to look up if Noah Cobb can play against us since he's on loan. But, I think in MLS there is somewhat of a more lackadaisical, it depends on what the contract is, essentially. But... Strong says, and also a killer striker, had none since Yakumakis. I mean, yes, to a degree sometimes, Yakumakis, when he cared. But also, Manuel Atl
since Almada left.
Right. But, well, he's not a striker, but yes, still, nonetheless, forward.
Well,
yeah. And, yeah, I mean, as far as Manuel Atl, I mean, he's been scoring. So it's one of these things like someone was saying in the watch along, have we overpaid for Emmanuel Atl? That's probably an easy question now, in hindsight. But right after we made the transfer, I mean, what did you think? Did we overpay? Right after we made the transfer.
You could make an argument for it at this point that he's not performing, but I would also make an argument on the other side that he's not been getting the balls he needs in order to perform. So there are multiple components to this equation here.
Yeah, and it is because it's I mean, most of the squad was underperforming for ages. And this isn't even the first, couple months that we haven't won a game this season. We've had unfortunately, multiple times that we've done this. And the reasons why is, yeah, if you only have like 2 or 3 touches in the game, essentially, like, yeah, you're going to snatch at your chances sometimes, and especially if you're not scoring. But it seems like, yeah, when you get hot, I mean, Lattilat's scoring now. But Oyam says Lattilat isn't bad. He just doesn't fit the system that Dyla has, whatever the system is, because no one knows. LOL. Which, I mean, it's really tough to play a system when you have players coming in and out every single like 5 games, essentially. Like try to coach a good side when you don't even really have, 1, a defense, and then 2, a midfield. Yeah, I mean, the forwards have been relatively healthy. But the problem is, you got to get them the ball. Like, if they're nowhere close to goal...
Can't get in the ball, they won't score.
Yeah, if they're nowhere near the goal, it's going to be really hard to score. And that's the good thing lately, is that we've been getting the ball a lot higher or working our way up to the box. So it looks like at least our attack is at least improving. But does this matter? I mean, I think it matters for next season, because I don't think there's a ton of probably like, you're probably not losing too many of the attack. Maybe next year you do a buyout on Moranchuk. Maybe. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what they want, that's the move, or if it's me. But you likely can't do a buyout on Emmanuel Atl because, yeah, you have to recoup your, at some level of it, you either get the production or you try to sell them on. But you're probably not getting what you paid for it. So he's here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean, basically the question is, yeah, is he staying? Is he staying?
I'm fumbling for words here. I know what I feel, but I can't put it into words anymore.
Yeah.
It's just utter disgust.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I mean, I'm reading a friend's comment here, by the way. It says, we need relegation. I mean, ooh, that stings when you hear somebody say that, too. Not try to change topic or anything, but,
yeah. But, I mean, it's this. It's, I'm not getting into a whole pro-rel conversation. That's not...
No, we're not. That's not this... Not in this league.
Yeah, but as far as, Emmanuel Atl, like, he's staying. I don't think there's really any other option here. But
he's staying, definitely.
But it's not like, again, I don't think he's a complete waste of a player or anything like that. And I don't think that, he's been as bad as it seems either. Because, yes, I think he's on, like, 8 goals in all competitions. Which, not great, but it's not completely anemic. It's not like he's, I think there's a lot of use for him if we can find him in the box, really. But, let's see. Oyam says, I think Dyla is staying till next year, and if results continue, they'll fire him in mid-season like they did with Pineda. If so, it will be another
That's
year
entirely
lost.
possible.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not the case, that we would have to fire him. Hopefully he can get it figured out. Strong says, EL has 1 goal every 254 minutes on the pitch. Yeah, it's not great. It's also not absolutely horrendous, but for a striker, yeah, you're expected to score. That's your job. But Kyle Apgar says, I want to understand how you get rid of the 3 center backs that have been playing not well, but healthy, when bring in only 1 real player for the position. I just struggle to understand the plan. Well, that's the thing. it's like you're running out of games. So it's not really like, does it really matter at this point to a degree? But it also is this. This is why I feel like not only is Leagues Cup misplaced in the season, but also the transfer window is misplaced in the season as well. Because, again, Juan Baracol would have been great for this match, but he doesn't have his visa, nor is he match fit. So, and then you also have Enya Mihai, also not match fit. So, it's just like, and then now you also have Messi injured. Like, this is brilliant. This is brilliant from MLS. I mean, your stars are going down. We had to basically play 35 minutes with non-center backs in defense. I mean, it's just like, if those should be the headlines. Like, you want it to be a showcase from league to league? Like, what is this showcasing? Ineptitude in leadership in the organization of these tournaments. That's what it's showcasing. Kyle Apgar says, why get rid of Abram midseason unless that was for Mihai? No, that was not for Mihai, that was for Baracol. Because you're going to bring in another player. And then probably for Azalte if he comes in. For an international spot. So, yeah. I mean, it's we didn't really worry about the international spot because we definitely did fleece. I've already forgotten, but we fleeced another club for, an international spot. It was insane. Like, yeah, we fleeced Inter Miami, but yeah, anyway. So, Brian Barrett says, Muyumbo was not it tonight. Hernandez was handsy all night. Lennon is a fullback. He's a wingback, or he's a fine wingback. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Lennon is a player that you don't rely on to play defense. So, yeah, on a side that, maybe when you have 3 defenders at the back, and then possibly a good lone defensive midfielder, you at least have 4 players back at all times, pretty much. And if you're a more, possession-based side, well then, yeah, he can join in the attack, and yeah, you're covered. No big deal. But if you're relying on him for defensive actions for 90 minutes, crucial defensive actions, this is what you see. But, Oyam says another rebuild. Yep, absolutely. Connor says Leagues Cup just needs to go, but both MLS and Liga MX make too much money off of it. I mean, we understand.
Leagues Cup isn't going anywhere. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we fully understand why it's there, why it's a competition. But as far as the actual planning, the calendar, in like what are you doing? Like, you're just basically screwing all the clubs over. Like, it's Messi is now out. Their cash cow is now out. I mean, it's just stupidity. But
what will happen? Question? What will happen to Leagues Cup if MLS ends up flipping the calendar? It will stay a summer thing, probably, right?
It might be a thing where maybe it gets played, possibly anyway, in my mind, possibly in the winter break, which won't be too much of a break for anybody. But, basically you have that, or, yeah, maybe it is, in the summer. But also at that point, you probably don't do it because you're trying to... Basically, with the Champions League, it's probably that will really be that premier thing. And they probably might restructure that to be similar to the other competitions. So it might go year long like that instead of just, mad dash in the front of the season. But
What's wrong with just having the Campanone's Cup game? I mean, it's really all you need.
no,
Just
no.
let the, yeah.
That's
I mean, money. I know,
yeah.
but
But
for me,
and it's not. That's the thing too. It's kind of a lightweight cup a little bit as far as It's not something that someone would really like seriously champion. We've kind of cheekily championed it, but it's a one-off. Like you don't really champion one-off cups. Like you champion the ones that take the whole season, that are the best of the best. Which at that point, as far as the two clubs that were in that game, yes, they were, but you know I have problems with like the Europa Conference League and the Europa Cup and all that type of stuff. The Europa League Cup, but because yeah, essentially Europa League. I know it's a club that you support, man, but it's basically when Champions League teams don't drop down into the Europa League. I mean, like other seasons, it becomes a dampened competition. So unfortunately, like it's just the best of the rest type of thing, and it screams consolation prize. I mean, it's just that's unfortunately what it is. But let's see. If Messi's out for a huge amount of time, it would be funny to see Miami's home games basically empty. I mean, yeah. I mean, there might be some or not players, but fans that are going to watch. Well, Suarez is done. He's cooked. But Alba, maybe Busquets. I mean, it's not the sexiest, but yeah. I would imagine though they've paid for season tickets, so a lot of the people are probably still going to go anyway. But
they paid for season tickets.
Exactly.
Let's put the emphasis on the right word here.
Right. But somebody might sell the tickets. A lot of people might, and they'll get probably not as much. But let's see. Strong says team needs competence, initiative, and leadership from top to bottom. I mean, yes, that's been missing for quite some time. But we apparently hired the best in the league. But that's just going to remain to be seen. We'll know. We'll know. Probably at a different time, not right now. Justin says, "You had U.S. Open. U.S. Open. We don't need Leagues Cup. It seems forced." Well, that's the thing. It's though. A lot of the teams are playing, say, the likes of Charleston Battery for the 5th time. Well, not that interesting. No one's really going to the games, but no one's really going to these games either because you're playing it on a Wednesday where there's absolutely no storyline buildup. So this is the thing about, say, like NFL or NBA or, those type of things. They do really well with creating storylines, keeping intrigue with their fan base, and essentially you have a lot of buildup before that game. So you have, so it's, with this match, who cared? Like, what were the storylines? The storylines were just like, you got these like two middling clubs that aren't really killing it this year, not pulling up trees, and we're just gonna rely on the fan bases to generate any sort of buzz. Because it's also this. So as much as MLS and really, I guess, any of the clubs within itself, there is no build-up. They basically rely on the fans and content creators to create the storylines for these matches and to build up the buzz for anybody to even care. Why is it on the fans' responsibility to create buzz for your lame competition? I mean, it's And U.S. Open Cup, too. It goes for that, too. Like, it's... yeah, you always schedule the regional clubs with each other and all that, so they don't have to travel very long. But, I mean, it's just... no one wants to play the same teams every single year. It's tiresome. Especially when there's not really any sort of fanfare. There's not really, like, when we play Charleston Battery, it's not like, oh man, whew, that's going to be a crazy one again. Like, there's so much bad blood between them two or something. Like, no one cares. OEM says, USOC doesn't even compare. Only reason some like it is because MLS teams are favorites in Leagues Cup. You play against equal or better competition. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fans of Liga MX. And I don't blame them. I mean, it's sometimes a superior product, if you care. But
If you care.
right. But that's the thing. You know, as well, we don't want to go too hard into this, but with the political landscape that's going on as well, you think that the fans of Liga MX teams are going to show out at these stadiums? Not exactly a very bright thing. Like, you're just taking money away from your pocket because, yeah. Anyway, let's not go into that. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys are saying a lot in this chat. I like it. You guys are talking back and forth, but I mean, I think it's time to wrap it up. Nick, let's have your final thoughts.
I don't know where we go from here. I mean, we're so aimless right now. It's just mind-boggling. I'll show up Wednesday. I'll do what I can to support, as I always do. I'm fearing even less of a crowd will be there because probably anyone with as half of a sanity in their brain opted out of the rest of the, as far as season ticket holders go, opted out of the rest of the Leagues Cup tickets. I did not on purpose because I knew I was going to be there. But that was a decision that was made way back before the season started. Am I regretting that now? Maybe,
Yeah.
I spent money on this next match just seeing, well, yeah, we'd be playing Atl Utd again. I'm like, Well, no, we didn't know that before the season started. That schedule got announced later. But anyway.
But it's still, you having to make a decision before the game even happens. It's like, it's just not great to have to do that, but it also is this. It's like, this would be a whole hell of a lot more interesting game if we both had, maybe 2 to 3 points, and this actually meant something. But dead freaking rubber, and it's just...
It means nothing.
Yeah. Like...
It means nothing except ego.
Yeah.
Ego, pride, that has nothing to do with the tournament, but has everything to do with bragging rights. That's essentially all that's on the line in this game. And is anyone going to care outside of the game and people watching it? No, probably not.
Yeah, neutrals are not going to be tuning into this match. That's not going to happen. But, yeah. And likewise, I mean, I will be going to the game because, yes, I opted in. And, woo, man. Another Wednesday night, just looking. Yep, exactly, man. Just.
I will tell you this. I'll tell you this is that if anyone wants to come by lot 17 before the game, we'll be doing a car bar at the Connex. For All Stripes will be doing that, and me and Chris are probably going to be at least 4 drinks in before we go into the stadium. It's that bad.
Yeah, it's forcing people to become alcoholics. It's damn.
I didn't say become alcoholics. No, I'm not going down this road. I mean,
yeah. continue being. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. But yeah.
You're gonna have a couple beers yourself. Let's be real here.
I mean, yes, for sure. Sometimes though, yeah, I can't really do the social media and drink, or do these streams
Fair.
and drink, because I've done it before, as far as like one-offs, and you guys have noticed, and so at that point, ain't gonna continue. So
There's a reason why I'm only putting small flags up instead of the big ass flag I usually do, because one, I don't really care about this tournament, and two, we know the turnout's going to be awful, and I'm hurting for flag wavers anyway.
yeah,
And well, three, that the alcohol becomes a factor in this now. It's a lot easier to wave a small flagpole instead of a big one.
for sure. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of hand-eye coordination when you're a little sloshy. So yeah, completely get it. But yeah, best of luck to us as far as entertainment goes on Wednesday. But Nick, pleasure as always. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your night.
All right, see ya. Bye, folks.
See you. Alrighty. So yeah, get your final words in. We'll be ending it. But yes, Joshua, have a good evening as well. Bernard Bradley says Hibbert needs to finish the season. I mean, possibly, I think, but at least to see what we've got. And I think there might be a case for him now because, yeah, I mean, the League's Cup competition, it's donezo. So, yeah, I think at this point you don't have to try to win it. Now you're just trying to build some continuity and see what you have. Let's see. Strong says he will finish it on the bench. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. But, all right, guys. Well, yeah, Strong says, good one, AJ. I'm not sure in reference to what, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But also, thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It's 12:56. It's almost 1 a.m. on Saturday. And no one can doubt your fandom of Atlanta United, as for sure. So, if you're here, or if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We will see you in the next video, and good night.